So you've never paid a celebrity a celebrity to endorse the product?
In what regards? So
Like a tweet, because I've seen some tweets about celebrity tweeting about they're investing. You should kind of like
are you talking
promoting
about
it.
Dave Portnoy?
Hey, what's up, Mitch? Thanks for the dollar, man. Hope you're doing well, Mitch. I haven't talked to you in a minute, man. You're not over on the Twitter Spaces. I have Twitter Spaces and stuff. If you ever want to jump on the old Twitter. Starts very soon. It starts in 9 minutes, guys. We're gonna be live. Hello, hello. Be right back. You're not a twit. It's fun. I like it. It's a good place to have conversations and stuff, but totally get it. What's up, Trail South? How's it going, man? Spaces are working today, so exciting. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. The Evergrow AMA. I'm gonna be real. I almost forgot. I was out at the doctor's office with my girlfriend, and I was just scrolling randomly through Twitter, and I saw Sam share that, and I was like, oh crap, that's today. I almost forgot. Yep, got another 7 minutes. Is there, I know it's like just everything's bad, the recession, the inflation, the bear market, Bitcoin being down, BNB being down a little bit. Yo, what's up, Trail? Bullish E-Money, what's going on, man? I don't know if we're getting some like big news, big updates on Luna Sky or what else is going on. I actually don't know. Um, me and Paul are cool. We used to talk a lot more. We don't talk as much lately, but I have no idea where they're at, what's going on. We shall find out. Hey, what's up, Jam? How's it going? What's up, D-Libby? Stay warm up there. Yeah, it's supposed to get like, I think 9, 10 degrees with wind. The wind making it even like worse, Mucho my lucro. 5 minutes. 5 minutes and counting. It's interesting to see like people complain about Evergrow. Like I think the only reason you would complain about Evergrow is you got in super late. And even then, it's like you can be mad at a project because you didn't get in at the right time. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. They don't have control over the price. If they had control over the price, they would just make it go, infinitely up. So I'm not going to get upset at them at the price going down unless that's a cause of them, their own actions. I think people don't realize how hard it is to control something like that, to deliver something that causes mass FOMO to happen. So, but Evergrow, I trust Sam, I trust Paul. I know that they're putting the investors first with every decision they make. They're trying to actually get good utilities, and if they get the opportunity, they will make things happen. They're not going to waste opportunities to fulfill their own pockets or anything like that. So, word is that there's some news. Yeah, I feel like there must be something kind of big, right? For an AMA. Usually they don't do AMAs unless they have something big, so a little excited. Excited to see what goes down. Yeah, hey, what's up, Paul? Here we go. Paul, tell us the big news. Give us a hint. Just leak it all to my stream before you guys get to announce it. Go to your profile page. Wallet Evergrow. Okay. Something a little separate. Spill the beans. Looks like the Evergrow wallet. I did see Sam post something about that as well. Did they made Paul, but they put hair on him? That's exactly what Paul looks like with hair, guys, right there. That's cool if someone did that, but yeah, that's funny that they just like were like, yeah, screw whatever you look like, we're gonna put hair on top of you. That's what the abstract VR is looking like right now. That looks pretty good. I know they're trying to do something cool with the wallet and being able to like easily off and on ramp through a wallet. All right, I got about 1 minute. It's on? Okay. Awesome. We are in. Tim's here? Oh, what's up, Tim? I didn't think Tim would be here. Got Dark Moon Tim. There's Sam. All right, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let them speak, guys, and make sure the audio is good. That sounds crazy, Mitch. I don't even know what that is.
Sam, are you there?
Paul's got some crazy echo going, unfortunately.
Hey everybody, someone's getting some major feedback here. Can everybody mute and double check their mics?
That's me, sorry.
Oh no, I'm still doing it. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself, guys. I have to figure out this echo thing.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Cody. Can you hear me?
I can, sir. How are you?
Sam?
You've
Good
got
evening, everyone.
you've got delay though, Paul, when you're not muted. When someone else talks, like me, I can hear my voice when you're not muted. If you have anything turned up in the background, you might want to turn it down.
No, it's
Yeah,
nothing, but the space is acting up.
Paul, are you using headphones?
Yeah, but it's jumping all around on my phone.
mute
It's weird.
yourself for a second, if you will. Quick test here. Yeah, Paul, if you can mute yourself for a second.
Yeah, let's see if it fixes it.
Great. There we go. Perfect. So, hey everybody. Paul,
Or
Sam.
maybe leave Paul and come back in because we need to fix that. Otherwise, it's gonna feedback. Hey, Cody, do your thing, man.
Hey,
Say hello
just
to the waiting crowd.
yes, yes. Hello, waiting crowd. Look at all these people already. Wow. Let's scroll through it for a minute. Take a look. So, Sam and Paul, hello, obviously. Nicola, Rocket, Crypto Control, hello, sir. Let's just randomly pick some names in here and just scroll. Thomas, way down at the bottom. I like your profile picture. It's a little flaming dragon. That's really cool. Let's see. Bones. What's up, dog? I see you down there. Good to see you. All right. Man, been a minute. Very exciting. Mr. Rocket, Mr. Moon Android, Mr. Horror EGC, my friend, hello, always a pleasure. Mr. Evergrow Steve, EGC Tuna. Anthony, hey Anthony, good to see you, sir. All right. Look at all of these wonderful people. Father Macaulay, I always mispronounce your last name. Please correct me at some point. I'd like to know the right way. And my friend, my fellow art companion, the shy Mr. William Blake. All right. Well, what an exciting time, right? It's been a while. Really looking forward to the AMA today, everybody. We're at 3 after the hour. Maybe one more minute. We'll kick it off.
Hey, Cody, how's that? Is that
Yeah,
better?
just if you keep that main channel muted, you should be fine, my friend. Yep.
Yep, we're
All
good to go.
righty.
Okay.
Alaska Moose Dog. Hello. K Stocks 1. Good to see you, my friend. And of course, Habibi, aka the Evergrow Pug. There he is. Everybody loves the pug. Yeah. Wow. They're just
So
low.
we're just going to share on the main account. Crypto Control is also streaming on YouTube, which we always appreciate. So we're going to share the link to that. Anyone who prefers to tune in via YouTube can tune in there as well.
Absolutely. EGC Maps, CWP, hello. Well, I think that there is quite a bit of people in here. What do you say, Sam? You want to go ahead and kick it off?
I think so. Do you know how many we're on?
Looks like about right under 200.
Okay, I'm sure numbers will build up. And also, I believe we're recording the space, so anybody listening later should be able to catch up if they miss anything. So yeah, let's kick on. So it's great to do an AMA. We had to cancel last week because for the short period of time that Spaces was down, it hit right in our AMA, and we did speak internally about doing it 2 hours later or whatever it might be, but we felt that wouldn't be fair. We know that obviously some people like to listen live. They might want to trade on the information in the AMA. We're not encouraging people to do that, but we felt it would only be fair to give people at least 48 hours notice. Obviously, we do our best to try to schedule these AMAs at a time that is hopefully decent for everybody. We apologize for those maybe in Asia and Australia that the timing isn't as good, but we do our best to sort of cover as far as possible. So look, I just want to shout out today because our boy, our family man, Frank, is very unwell at the moment with a bug. So he can't make it today. But we just want to start off by sending love to you, Frank. I hope you're able to listen in. I know it's early for you. Maybe you'll listen later, but we just all send you best vibes to get well soon from the whole Evergrow family. So moving on, let's talk finance to start with. Continues to be very healthy. Let's give you the numbers. We have 2,276 BNB sat untouched in our marketing wallet, which even with BNB being pretty low, is $570,000 as of today's value, which is good. But we also have 1.5 million BUSD sat in the BUSD wallet, so that gives us comfortably over 2 million in funding. I do believe we are probably the best funded project in DeFi these days. We have worked very hard for the last year to be very sensible with our financing. As you are all aware, we did not overspend on marketing during the last year, whilst times have been very, very difficult for our industry on the whole. People basically are not buying crypto, so it's a case of projects focusing on not just surviving but thriving through building, improving the projects, improving their infrastructures, their teams, etc. So we're very, very pleased about the way we structured our finances. Also, we don't intend to touch that BNB. I also have some thoughts in the back of my mind. There's a lot of FUD around Binance at the moment. I'm not concerned about it in long term. To even possibly buy a little bit more BNB, but we're not going to decide on that. But if BNB were to go much lower, we may even buy a little bit more. I believe personally, not investment advice, that BNB is substantially undervalued. It's been hit by an awful lot of FUD, and as it comes out the other side of this, I think it will be seen as one of the most robust currencies in the space. It's still actually substantially up over the last 6 months, whilst Bitcoin is substantially down. So BNB has actually been quite a safe harbor. And as the reason the emphasis is on BNB is not only is that a quarter of our marketing budget in BNB, but our liquidity pools are in BNB as well. So any improvement in BNB will substantially improve the value of our marketing. If BNB returns to its previous highs, that would add $600,000-$700,000 to our marketing wallet. And also, it would make a huge difference to our token prices, both Lucro and Evergrow. So I'm bullish BNB longer term. Not too worried about what's going on in the short term. It doesn't really affect us right now. Obviously, it can affect price in the short term, but that's not really a concern for any serious investor. As we all know, we're in a really tough bear market right now. The only thing investors can do, again, not financial advice, is just hold tight and wait for the bull market. So let's talk about what we're spending a little bit, but not so much now, maintaining Lunar Sky V1. So we've minimized the budget. So just to explain what that means, we have to dedicate quite a lot of money to technical support because there are bugs on V1. It's just a beta version. You guys are aware of that. So we were paying effectively devs to provide technical support and to fix problems on the fly. We feel there's less and less work needed there. So we're down to minimal budget on that. As you all know, and Cody's going to update fully on this after my little intro. V2 build, which will just be Lunar Sky full launch, is well underway, and we actually have a full dev team dedicated to that. Wallet is being built in partnership with another leading global dev company, so a different dev team. They have launched very good, successful wallets in the past. I know people sort of concerns about App Store approval and things like that. We don't have any worries about that. The team who are building our wallet have launched crypto wallets, successful crypto wallets on App Store before, so that's great news. Obviously, we have a Chrome plugin and an Android app as well. Paul and myself are both actually enjoying using the development versions of those already, so we're moving really, really quick. But we'll talk more about Wallet in a second. Something great that we've managed to do in the last 6 weeks since our last AMA, well, we were able to test the theory of buyback and burn in the real world. This was the first in crypto in real numbers. It was Evergrow that introduced the idea of buyback and burn into crypto, and as you all know, we were not actually the first project offering BUSD rewards, but we were the first project that did it on a grand scale, and we are the leading BUSD rewards token in the world. And we also introduced the idea of generating revenue and using that revenue to directly reward holders via buyback and burn. So for those who may be listening in for the first time, buyback and burn means we actually use the revenue we've generated to buy our own tokens. When we buy tokens, we buy them direct from PancakeSwap like everybody else. So that generates rewards for everybody. 8% of that purchase goes out to rewards for everybody. And obviously, if you're buying from PancakeSwap, you're increasing the price. So we were able to test the theory over 3 weeks. We deployed 250,000 BUSD, which had been revenue from the Lunar Sky launch via selling. Obviously, the majority was selling our NFT collection, which is still going to be on sale for the V2. So we set up a smart contract that enabled us to buy at a steady rate of $500 an hour, and we were able to study the results. For me, that's the exact way to use a large amount of money to deploy into buyback and burn. You don't sort of just buy 100 grand in one go, because people who may be waiting on the sidelines to sort of get out of the markets, and there are people out there we know, may just use that as an opportunity to sell. Whereas if you know there's going to be a sustained increase in price, you're going to be far less likely to take profits. So we did it at $500 an hour for around about 3 weeks. We burned 3 trillion tokens, which is pretty impressive during that period. Remember, this is just a small test at $250,000. We do intend to hopefully generate a lot more revenue than that in the longer term. The burn rate was a huge increase over normal burn rate. We shared the screenshots and monitoring of that. Our burn just went through the roof. 3 trillion tokens in a very short period of time. It's very impressive. It was a great result. The most exciting thing is that during that period of 3 weeks, we outperformed BNB. Again, our liquidity is tied to BNB, so our price is always going to be tied to BNB. We outperformed BNB by over 30%. Now, this was with a modest amount of revenue. So let's imagine we have a lot more than that in the future. And BNB is going up. We're in a bull market. Everybody's happy, and we're throwing millions of dollars. This means that Evergrow can substantially outperform the market if those things all come together. So that's why this was so exciting. So we proved it on a small scale with $250,000 over 3 weeks. And we were able to outperform the benchmark by 30%. So obviously our aim as a project is to generate millions of dollars of revenue through our utilities. So we can move on to one of those utilities now. So I'm sort of personally dedicating a lot of my time to development of Wallet. I'm very excited about it. We saw an opportunity. In our original roadmap, we had an exchange as well, but we realized that actually there's no point having an exchange if you have a wallet that can do the job of an exchange. So there is still a hole in the market with wallets in terms of on-ramping, off-ramping, in terms of features that the typical sort of market leaders like Trust Wallet just simply don't have. So we have the Android and Apple builds. Basically, that we are able to navigate through and use just as a normal app. This is still actually an early stage element of a build. So, don't be expecting the wallet to come out, in January. but we are on course very well for it to come out within a few months. So I'm not going to say more than that. The big element of the wallet that I think anyone who holds Evergrow needs to understand is that we will be generating revenue from it. There are going to be three sources of revenue from the wallet. So firstly, we're going to have an integrated swap, just a standard swap. So you don't need to leave the native environment of a wallet to swap. You can basically do it right there within the wallet without leaving whilst connected. And we will earn a small fee off each and every swap whilst keeping the overall fees, low and manageable. We are going to onboard hundreds of projects for our swap in advance. Technically, the number is 300. So unlike Trust Wallet, etc., where they don't have logos, they don't have the correct price, we're going to try to embrace and help as many projects in crypto as possible by having features for their token, having their logo correct. I mean, if you guys knew what went on in the background with things like Trust Wallet, like you want to get your logo updated into Trust Wallet, you have to send them thousands of dollars. And you're not even guaranteed that you'll have the correct logo in that wallet. So we're going to get rid of all that. We actually want our wallet to be loved by everybody outside of Evergrow as well as everybody inside of Evergrow. We have that same approach that we are building independent utilities that are going to be embraced by crypto communities across the space rather than just Evergrow. There's no point focusing just on your community if you want to generate revenue. Yes, our community will be the ones who get the rewards financially from this, but if we create something that's usable and really intuitive and simple, then obviously if we were to call it Evergrow Wallet, guess what? Only you guys would use it. Nobody else outside Evergrow would use it. So there's strategies in everything we do. So beyond the standard swap, we're also going to have a cross-chain swap. Again, we will generate a small fee. We've negotiated quite heavily on this. We will generate a small fee off every cross-chain swap. We will also offer projects the opportunity to list on the cross-chain swap. The actual native swap will be free for projects, and effectively we'll just continuously add projects to that swap. The cross-chain swap, there is a little bit of development cost in adding a project. So we've negotiated down the prices. We will reach out to projects, or be very open to them reaching out through the wallet itself. So again, it doesn't feel like you're dealing with a rival crypto. You'll be dealing with an independent wallet, and we'll give people the opportunity to be listed on a cross-chain swap as well. Obviously, we're going to have features for these tokens as well, like price alerts, where people can say, if I want to top up if my token hits 0.001 or whatever it is, and they'll get an alert on their phone to say the price has crossed that level, and then obviously they can go straight in and use our swapping features. So this is a really, really good element. We're going to have a standard swap generating revenue, a cross-chain swap generating revenue. We're also going to have on and off ramp provided. So again, for people who don't understand what that means, on ramp is when you need to get your fiat into crypto. So where you can use your debit card, for example, to buy $100 worth of BNB. Off ramp is when you want to get that money back to your bank account. We are expecting to launch with 3 providers. Again, this is something that we have to negotiate heavily on. We want fees to be competitive in our wallet. We do need to make a little bit of revenue ourselves on everything as well. So it's like, how do we integrate our fees and their fees without it getting too expensive? So again, that's another area where we can generate revenue for you guys for buyback and burn from wallet. So 3 sources of revenue. Lastly, we are exploring, and this is something that we will eventually get, but I'm not going to guarantee it for launch, although it is possible for launch, a prepay card, which would just be the coolest thing ever, where you can obviously go into merchants around the world and pay directly through your wallet, through Apple Pay or through a physical card that would be branded with the branding of our wallet, which I have to be very careful not to say, because in the team we're always referring to the name of the wallet. We're going to try not to release that branding, although I feel myself very close to slipping the name out constantly during this little introduction. So if I do it, I do it. But otherwise, we're going to try to keep that secret for a little while longer. And that goes along with the marketing strategy. We're not going to share that We've had too many projects tried to copy Evergrow over the years and over the year even. But we've extensively planned out the marketing strategy already. Our lovely in-house web design wizard and logo wizard, CP, of course, is going to be building the website for the wallet. So we're going to have an amazing website for that wallet as well. We're aiming for the website to go live in around about a month. So you guys will be able to see all the features, all the branding, etc. In a month. Maybe we'll leak some stuff, maybe we won't. You know what we're like. We like to leak stuff because we want you guys to know there's tangible work going on. That's why we leak stuff. It's not about creating hype. It's about reassuring you guys as investors in Evergrow that we are working and there are real tangible projects being built in the background. And then we would start the marketing drive, which again is all pretty much strategized already, around about 6 weeks before launch, to build up the socials, to build up the buzz, to see what projects we can get to join the swap, possibly which projects would want to join the cross-chain swap as well. Let's just talk basically about our initial aims. So our initial aims are to onboard 10,000 active users within the first 2 months of launch. I don't think that's too much to ask. We have a big community ourselves, but believe it or not, it can be quite hard to get your community to use particularly a wallet. I think wallets are down to trust. Obviously, it will have the highest level of security and things like that, which I'm sure is very important to everybody. So within that first 2 months, we want to get 10,000 active users minimum. I think we can achieve that. I think everybody listening on this call probably knows we can achieve that. We would very modestly estimate, that we could net revenue of at least $10 per user per month. And again, these are modest numbers, but we don't want to throw out numbers. We'd rather surprise you. That would generate 100K a month in early stage revenue, which would be really, really impressive if we can hit those numbers. So ambitious, but I know these numbers don't necessarily sound big in context, but if the costs for running wallet are going to be relatively modest compared to things like Lunar Sky, so it would be a huge win if we could be generating 100 grand plus a month in that early sort of 2-3 months for buyback and burn. That would have we've already seen that would have a significant effect on the price of Evergrow, and it would also help us to burn a lot of supply. Those are really just a guideline. Obviously, I cannot guarantee user numbers. I cannot guarantee anything about the price action, but I can tell you what we're aiming for, and that would give us some early revenue, which would obviously we would then want to build on, ultimately to 100,000 active users, which would be an insanely beneficial thing for Evergrow if we can get to that level, and then obviously beyond that, there's the sky's the limit. So I think that's me covered off really. I guess let's move to Cody. Cody can give us a nice big update on Lunar Sky.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sam. That was very, very informative. Hey, everyone. Cody Black here. Going to speak to you about Lunar Sky. I will be reiterating some points that I've spoken about previously. The goal here is to really ensure everyone is up to speed. The Lunar Sky full release is coming along really well. There has been a ton of work put into this from multiple parties. It's a brand new build with a new design, a new logo, and a completely new logic flow and user experience designed and created by CP Doge, our lead designer, except for a few design elements that were required from the previous build and some unique features provided by our chairman, Sam. I want to go ahead and let everyone know the full launch will be out shortly after the new year. We're super excited about this, and I know you all are as well. We can't wait for you to see the new and improved Lunar Sky. I'd like to extend a huge thank you to the community for all of your feedback, your patience, and of course, your ongoing support of not only Lunar Sky, but each other. It's so inspiring to see the level of camaraderie here. You folks are truly the best community in DeFi. I'm honored to be a part of it. We thank you all so very much. The primary focus for the full version of Lunar Sky is to improve the overall functionality and the user experience. So let's talk a little bit about the design first. Lunar Sky full launch will look and perform very different in comparison to the V1 beta. It still has the same vibe and aesthetic, but it's going from a 5 out of 10 at best to a 10 out of 10 visually as well as functionally. We've ensured the user flow is simple and intuitive. From the user experience perspective, the goal is to make the full version super easy to use and understand. We want every aspect of it to make sense to the user right off the bat, whether they're new to NFT platforms or veteran. So a few examples of this, right? Sensible and functional page navigation, easily understood information and explanations on the different processes you encounter, like minting, royalties, bulk upload, etc. Full search bar functionality, updated share features, variable platform stats and analytics. Without giving away too much here, there will be a lot of new user experience additions that involve artists and the community. So I'm personally very excited about that. All of these things will be vastly different on the full version. We're super excited for you to see it. Let's discuss a few technical elements now. So first, I want to reassure you all that any and all technical and functional issues you have experienced on V1 beta will definitely be a thing of the past on the full version. I can assure you of that. You can expect to have all the standard platform features a marketplace like OpenSea and Rarible has at launch, plus some of our very own unique integrations. You'll have multi-chain availability at launch, BNB, ETH, Poly, Avalanche, and several others. We'll continue to add to this as well. Additional royalty support options, Lucro integration, right? There may be some incentives there for choosing to use Lucro with Luna Sky. More to come on that later, of course. Import collections will be available, right? Finally, very happy about that. Matter of fact, it's so easy, you'll be astonished. I'm super excited about this one. Bulk uploads, we're moving from CSV to JSON files for this. It's going to be much easier and far more intuitive for the user. Customer support messaging portal directly on the website. We've spoke a little bit about this. It's something that's very important to us, and we're going to make sure it's available as soon as possible, along with several other features. So this is all just a very brief overview. After the launch, we will continue to add upgrades and new features to the platform. We've got a lot of priority 2 items in the pipeline. For anyone wanting to get into NFTs, let's talk about this for a moment. I think this is really important too to bring up. We encourage you all to join our creator core, where you can engage with other Luna Sky creators, share how-tos about the platform, collaborate with one another, and help promote each other's art publicly. It's a fantastic group that's growing by the day, whose main focus is to get your art out to the world and help you generate sales. We'd also like to invite you to the free weekly Rocket Lab sessions hosted by our amazing community manager and NFT guru, Mr. Rocket Surgeon. You all know him, you all love him. In these sessions, Rocket Surgeon teaches you how to use AI software like Midjourney to start creating your own NFTs. You can DM Rocket Surgeon or the Luna Sky Twitter page, where myself, Frank, or Rocket will respond for details on how to join Creator Core and Rocket Labs. Also, we are planning a big Luna Sky holiday party after the new year. This will be a Luna Sky Spaces where several creators will be giving away multiple NFTs for free. They're so excited to do this for y'all, and we're thrilled to host it. So stay tuned for when that will be. I'd like to take a quick moment here and thank the Evergrow staff, from our helpers all the way up to management. We thank you all so very much for your work and continued commitment to the community. Lastly, within the next few days, we're going to start leaking some images of the new and improved Luna Sky platform. Pay close attention to the Luna Sky Twitter for these leaks. We are so excited for you to see them. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic holiday and a happy new year. Paul, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Cody. So I just want to fix something Sam tweeted out earlier, and it's probably some miscommunication. So just to let everyone know, if you won any Evergrow Man NFTs in the giveaway over the past couple of months, they should be coming to you in the next day or two before everyone leaves for vacation. That's what I've been told. As soon as they are all sent out, we will send out a tweet from the main account to check your wallets, or they just show up in your wallets. If it's somehow delayed until I'm told they're going to be sent out the next day or two, Just letting you know that if it gets delayed, it'll be, second, third of the year. Just miscommunication, me and Sam. Then he thought it was going to be afterwards. It's going to be before that because we've been getting a lot of DMs about that. However, what Sam tweeted about the draw and extending the Tesla draw and everything still stands. I'm just talking about the giveaway of getting those free NFTs that people won into their, hands and wallets. So I don't have much to say except for that because these two guys covered everything, and I'm just kind of here, blowing in the wind, guys. You know me. So if you have any questions for Sam, Cody, me, anyone, raise your hand. Please come up. Now is your time. We got about 30 minutes. We're gonna leave this to about an hour. Ask us anything you want. We will try to answer the best we can. Especially Sam without mentioning the name. And if people want to come up and talk, just let you know why we want people, we're releasing, like Sam released a little, thing on his phone, and so did I on my Android. Just let you guys know, like, this stuff is going on in the background. This is why it's not to hype. It's not this, it's to let you know that progress is being made, a whole lot of progress. So let's get the first person up. And while we're going, if we get more than a couple people that come up, please do not talk until I call on you. Really appreciate that. Bring up Steve here. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey there, thanks for doing the AMA. I really appreciate it. Lots of great info. I'm just curious about the status, if you have one, negotiations related to Simplex. I noticed on the Trust Wallet, the buy button that used to be for Evergrow is no longer there anymore.
Yeah, we said we won't mention Simplex, but I'm sure someone's going to ask about it. It's just been one of those ongoing frustrations. The truth is that the integration is still meant to be happening. I know this is just getting ridiculous for the community. There were a whole load of sort of technical issues with third parties because Simplex don't provide this service on their own. They actually also have third parties who handle liquidity. Actually, I booked a meeting for last Monday with the powers that be at Simplex to get this finally resolved, and I was under the weather and had to cancel that meeting. So that was on me on last Monday morning. I was actually really ill over the weekend with a virus. Seems like everybody in the world seems to be getting viruses now. I guess like everyone's getting out into the real world again, and none of us have got any immune systems after being in lockdown for all those years. So yeah, I had to actually cancel that meeting, which was hugely frustrating because it was one of those where it was scheduled 10 days in advance. I'm trying to reschedule it, but they're now doing the whole, see you after Christmas thing. So, I feel like we're super close, and I know we've been saying that to you forever, but I don't feel that the project is balanced on a buy button in Trust Wallet at this stage. So much time has passed. It's not really a priority for us anymore, but I still want to get it done. It's something that we should have wrapped up a long time ago, and for various ridiculous reasons, it just hasn't happened. But we're not giving up on it. I don't know when it will go live. I mean, the irony will be that our wallet with all these direct buy options will be live before we get this one damn buy button from Simplex that we, actually contracted and paid and sent tokens for liquidity like 6 months ago or more. It's crazy. It's crazy, guys. And a lot of this is down to the fact that we just wanted something simple, which is for you guys to get the right price when you buy Evergrow. And it seems no other project cared about that stuff. So, anyone else who went down this road, like big tokens, didn't really care like if their holders were paying 27% more than they should because the data was being drawn from coin market cap, which we all know is a total disaster for data. And that was the fundamental reason, but the liquidity providers just weren't playing ball. They were basically saying it was impossible to get the price from PancakeSwap, which it wasn't. We then built APIs and provided them to them. They then turned around and said they needed 60 days development time. Guys, it's been a comedy of errors. I can only apologize. We went into this in full faith however long ago it was, with promises that it would be done and wrapped up within a few months. And here we are 8 or 9 months later, trying to just get the basics, like, let's get the price right. So I apologize that it's not happened yet. It's not something that's been given up on. It's unfortunate that the meeting didn't happen last week. That was really just bad luck. And I will update when I have the meeting. I don't know when that will be. I would imagine it'll be in the new year now, because a lot of these developers in particular, these companies, the development size of these companies, developers don't like to work weekends, they don't like to work evenings, and they like to have long holidays, which I think the entire industry has learned. So not much more to add on that one, but thanks so much for asking that question.
Trust me, Steve, if you didn't ask it, I'm asking them, once every 2 weeks, what's up with them Simplex. So I got you guys right here. Cody too, we're annoying him and being like, what's up with it? And I can confirm he was really, really sick, or Sam doesn't miss meetings. He was that sick he couldn't even. I'm not going to go more into it. But,
Hey, Paul, real
yeah.
quick, if I may, since Mr. Steve was up here, everyone just want to shout out Evergrow Steve. Be sure to check out his spaces on Saturdays. He hosts them typically around 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, and also the weekly spaces on Wednesdays by EGC Fam. That's actually Marios and Nicola, part of our staff, who host those every Wednesday, usually midday around 3 Central as well. So there is one this week with EGC Fam. Steve, I know Saturday is Christmas Eve, so I'm not sure, but I know I'll be seeing a tweet from you at some point about when your next one is. So just wanted to shout that out real quick while we have a chance. Thanks, Paul.
No, feel free, man. Like I said, I always tell everyone to interrupt me because I talk too much. Thanks, Steve. I'm gonna leave you up here, guys. Questions? I know Rick is going to be next. Don't see anyone waiting, so please, any questions you guys have, now's the time. Did Sam? Oh, there's Sam. Okay, I thought you got pushed down. Rick, go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my question. The history or the future of NFTs is huge, and I love the artwork. It's wonderful, but what is being done for the future of NFTs? Where are we looking at? What are we negotiating? I know I heard some stuff about tickets in some football arenas, and I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's a fair question. I think we answered the same question on the last AMA. Listen, we do the basics first, and we do them well, and we do them high quality, and then we build Lunar Sky into what we all know is far more than selling artwork. And I actually think the artwork on Lunar Sky is fantastic. The value as well. Like if you look at artwork on OpenSea and you compare it to Lunar Sky, I think Lunar Sky uses an incredible value for beautiful artwork. And I do think there is a lot of value in artwork, and there's going to be a long, long future in digital art. But yes, look, we said in the last AMA, and we'll say it again. Once we get the basic version of Lunar Sky working, operating, at least breaking even and making profit, then we build out that site with the more advanced features, real estate, ticketing, etc., etc. So we've got to take these things in steps, because the next stages are, big developments. They're expensive. They involve global partnerships. You can't go to, for example, a sports arena if you don't even have a working NFT marketplace. So we need to prove and get users onto a standard working NFT marketplace before we can build out and obviously build the reputation and the trust levels of that marketplace. And then we build from there. But it's an absolutely valid question, a good question. And we don't want you to think that it's not part of the pipeline, but there's kind of an order of things to do these things.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, when the full Luna Sky launch comes, next month, and we're really gonna branch it out to everyone. Not just the last time was just in the Evergrow ecosystem. We're gonna go way beyond that and toss the umbrella over the entire NFT community over, everywhere. So we're gonna start that. That's already in process, just like Cody said. Let's bring up Jordanovich. Here we go. Any questions, guys? Please come up. CC, if you have any questions coming from YouTube, you could always message me on WhatsApp, and I'll ask them for someone on YouTube. Go ahead, George.
Hey guys, how's it going? There was talk, I think, several months ago now, and I apologize if I misheard this, about integrating Evergrow with a fintech. And I think this was before even Lucre was announced, so I'd imagine if that were to ever happen, it would be more Lucre than Evergrow. But and I don't know if that was actually the abstract that you were talking about, or if that was something else. So just wondering if anything ever kind of happened with that. If you could clarify, maybe I misunderstood, and that was just the abstract.
I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what that's referring to. But if you can find any reference and like tweet it at us, we'll cover that. I probably should have talked about the abstract. I actually intended to cover it in my intro. So the integration, everyone's obviously very keen to understand about Lunar Sky and the abstract. And as we said, as Cody said, there's going to be some strategic leaks. So you're going to start to get an understanding of the redesign and the new UI. We're not going to give away too much. CP's in charge of what gets leaked, what doesn't get leaked. But you'll start to understand the design style and the changes behind Lunar Sky. And then we're going to take that language into the abstract. Again, the abstract. So basically the abstract, I think we call them architects and designers, are building the world, the experience. It's not a world. We don't want to give too much away. They're working on building that environment, that landscape, where you'll be able to experience Lunar Sky in the metaverse, in 3D in a real world environment. So they're working on that. So it should correspond quite nicely with early next year, Lunar Sky going live. And then once it's live, we can do the technical integration. So things are moving forward. So I don't know when, but I would like, once we start leaking what Lunar Sky, 2D is going to look like with the refreshed designs and everything, we can talk to the abstract about maybe we can start to get to a point within a few weeks where we can actually leak what Lunar Sky 3D is going to look like. And we had a meeting a few days ago about that, and it's going to be amazing. I mean, even just from a marketing and publicity point of view, this will be the first real kind of proper 3D NFT browsing shopping experience, and it's going to be pretty amazing. It's going to be available, as we said, with everything that's in the abstract. You don't need to have a headset, but obviously if you have a headset, you get a heightened experience. But imagine being in an environment that's really cool, that's been created, where you can browse NFTs, and imagine like being able to feel like you're stood in front of a full size 6 foot tall piece of artwork in a virtual world, and you can really study that NFT in detail, really get yourself engrossed into it. That is a really cool shopping experience. We don't think there's any rationale for being able to kind of mint and list on the abstract. So the integration we're going to have is going to be the browsing and viewing experience, and you'll obviously be able to connect your wallet and purchase NFTs. But I'm super excited by the idea of being able to feel like you're stood in front of an NFT that's 6 foot tall and 3 foot wide, and be able to really explore that artwork, especially when you look at some of the rich and beautiful artwork that the Lunar Sky artists are creating. If you can imagine being sort of feeling like you're inside that artwork, that's going to be the experience. And as I said, even just from a marketing point of view, this is something we can really put out there in the press, the PR. I think this is going to be the first real experience because of this unique partnership that we have with the abstract, where this will be possible. So the technical integration will begin once the designs are finished. And yeah, if we can share some stuff with you to show you what that experience is going to look like, then obviously we will. And this stuff will all come along pretty quickly. As I said, in the new year, we're expecting to be able to, we will be going live with V2, and then hopefully we can start to share what the virtual reality experience is going to be like.
Yeah, it looks really cool. We just had a meeting and got some, pre-planning stuff. Hey guys, it looks awesome. And, Sam's not going into detail and for obvious reasons, but, he could say a lot more, but it looks really cool. Calvin.
Yeah, hi guys. Long time Evergrow holder here. Just wanted to thank you guys for all the good work you've been doing for the Evergrow community since day one, and thanks for all the transparency. Just wanted to know, as far as the wallet goes, if you guys, or if we rather, decide to stick with our current wallets for a little while, just to wait it out and see how things go, do we get the full benefit of the volume that's being accumulated on the Evergrow wallet? And also, I got onto this AMA a little bit late, so if you, I don't know if you touched on it already, but is the roadmap still the same for Crater? And that's it.
Okay, so the wallet question, yeah, obviously the wallet is a decentralized wallet, so tokenomics will work across the board whether you choose to import your wallet to, you're going to obviously have the option to either import an existing wallet, so you could move any wallet over that you might have to use the Evergrow wallet instead. I'm going to be so careful not to drop the name. Or you can obviously create a new wallet. And yeah, it's not going to affect tokenomics. Crater, again, I think again, from the last AMA, we are getting these two projects out there. Crater is still there. It's still going to happen. But we have a focus. We made, I think, one of the big mistakes we made early on in the project was trying to do everything simultaneously at the same time. We have a really exciting Lunar Sky launch coming very soon, and followed quickly by Wallet. There's going to be plenty of things to keep Evergrow holders excited and happy, and hopefully increase the price. And then, Crater will then become the main focus. So Crater hasn't gone anywhere. It's just we have to focus. We have to learn to focus as a project, and that's really what we're doing. And as I said, we have split the team, almost down the middle. We have completely separate companies working on these two builds, and even within management. It's myself and Paul are focusing mainly on Wallet. There's always crossover with everything, obviously, and then the rest of the guys are focusing on Lunar Sky, really just to make sure that these projects get the attention they need. I don't think it would be healthy for us to be already, into the build of Crater right now. So it will follow on, but we've got plenty of things to keep everybody excited over the next couple of months.
All right, David.
Hey, thanks for bringing me up. My question is in regards to Luna Sky V2. With Lucro integrated, for users of Luna Sky that may not own Evergrow, is there an advantage to using Lucro to purchase NFTs?
Hey, Quarantini, David, this is Cody. Great question. Yeah, I touched on this briefly in my dissertation about it. There's going to be an incentive to use Lucro on the platform. I don't want to give away too many details on that just yet. We're still deliberating a little bit on the back end about it. But yeah, if you're not an Evergrow holder, obviously that's okay because you don't use Evergrow anyways to purchase NFTs. We're going to have that Lucro integration coming up, which is something that we're pretty excited about. The incentives, we will talk a little bit more about publicly very soon. So there'll be some incentives there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Thank you. Great question.
Mr. F, sorry, I think I had you up first and you were just at the bottom. Sorry, I missed you. Mr. F, you there?
Yes, I'm here. I was just to kind of comment. I've seen Sam on Twitter saying his favorite president was releasing his own NFTs, and I kind of just jumped on it anyway, but I just wanted to comment that I guess he released the NFTs and then they had it on the Polygon chain. That was so confusing trying to buy and sell, and it took me. I spent 8 hours on my phone trying to get my wrapped ETH back into my wallet and all that. I was just saying. I think Luna Sky with the BNB chain is going to be so much easier if we can get somebody to launch with us, a well-known person, and then and somehow we launch and they have to use our wallet, that would just be a great idea. It didn't go so well. How that certain president did his NFTs, because a lot of people are just stuck on there. They don't even know what to do. So I just want to give everybody, said work once we get going. I really believe that it's going to be user friendly. Like the BNB change is so much easier to work with.
Yeah, great point, Mr. F. Hey, this is Cody. Thanks for coming up. That's a great point, and to, what I was speaking about earlier, I mean, the goal really is to ensure that the platform is super easy to use for a beginner to NFT platforms all the way up to an experienced user. So obviously there's a lot to learn in the crypto space, buying NFTs, buying cryptos. We've all experienced that, right? So, but that's the goal, is to make that full launch version as easy to understand and use as possible.
Thank you, Mr. F. Very good observation there. Hey, Jordan, are you done? Are you good? I didn't know if your question got answered. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Let's go to James and then Crypto.
Thanks for taking my question, everybody. Just curious, since Lucro is now live and can be used as a currency, are we waiting to integrate that with the abstract after Lunasky is launched on the platform? Or is that moving forward separately for, tournament winnings or like buying food via like a DoorDash on the abstract?
Yeah, good question. So the first integration will be within the Lunar Sky. We'll call it a module. So obviously the abstract is made of different parts and area within the Lunar Sky module. Obviously, that'll be the first Lucro integration, and then from there we will begin to integrate it throughout the abstract. Again, the reason behind this is really just to focus on essentials, not to spread ourselves too thin, to give those guys the opportunity to keep improving their platform as well, because they're doing so much development and work. You can see that they're adding things all the time. And, the Lucro integrations were hugely beneficial for us over the longer term. But there's no real huge reason. I obviously appreciate if people holding Lucro. I've got a lot of Lucro myself. Would love to see it integrated tomorrow, but it's just about doing it strategically, doing it within a plan. So it's the first place where Lucro will be available as a currency will be when Lunar Sky goes live in the new year, and then the second place will be when Lunar Sky goes live on the abstract, and then obviously Lucro is going to be integrated into the wallet as a key currency. So it's going to be there, front and center, which is going to be this is an interesting subtle thing about the way we've designed the wallet, being a completely independent utility, is that we can place our tokens, in front of people who are downloading the wallet because it's great, because they've seen independent marketing, and they're going to just be like, oh, I can see that my wallet's preloaded with BNB and Bitcoin and Lucro. Oh, okay, what's that? And then they can, go and do some research on Lucro, and there'll be lots of great content out there. So it's interesting. It's all part of a strategy to make sure that everything we do benefits the holders of our two tokens.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Evergrow too will be on the top of that list in the wallet also. Sam, doesn't the abstract, they have they're with DoorDash now. They have a partnership with DoorDash, right? You can order DoorDash while on VR, correct?
Yeah, correct. And obviously
right
we talked about they're moving forward with things, and there are going to be integrations in the future where crypto can be used, Lucro being that crypto. But again, with DoorDash, etc., there's going to have to be an intermediary kind of stable coin. So again, it's a technical integration. I think to explain how that works, companies like DoorDash work on small margins, so they can't have the volatility. But believe us, we have already had technical discussions on these kind of integrations, and it is really just a process to do each integration one at a time, rather than effectively trying to rush forwards and making mistakes. So as we said, Lunar Sky will be the first integration, but we have had strong discussions on, for example, how to use DoorDash with Lucro. There are solutions out there, but they're not quite as simple as it sounds due to the price volatility. But there are solutions that will allow it to work in the longer term. So we need to be a little bit patient. But the Lucro integration, you're going to see that in the new year very, very quickly in 2 or 3 places. So it's positive, and then we're just going to keep building that out across the ecosystem.
Yeah, just to back up Sam, I've been in some of those meetings, guys, and it's not just a quick plug-in, like I'm going to plug this into a wall or let me just plug Lucro into there. It's a lot behind the scenes that goes into it. Crypto JB. JB, you there? I don't know if he's still there. Anyone else have any questions? Crypto JB, if you can hear me, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Anyone else have any questions? We got about 5-6 minutes left. Get them while they're hot. Sam, anything else you wanted? Cody, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to say hey to James Naylor. I didn't want to cut you guys off. Hey, James, always good hearing from you, my friend. That's all.
Yeah, James is always around.
It's these AMAs, we always get very few questions. It's quite interesting. It's like I'm on Twitter for 5 minutes, then I get 300 questions thrown at me, and then we're like, look, we're going to do an AMA, line up, ask as many questions as you like. I think everyone gets a little bit shy on these occasions, but I think we did a really comprehensive cover off. Anyone who might be joining late, I would recommend you listen to the first 10 minutes where we gave a lot of information about the wallet, how we're going to generate revenue. Again, everything we do, there is a reason behind it. The reason is to generate revenue for Buyback and Burn. That is our sole purpose, is returning value to the holders. We want you guys to have more rewards, and clearly we want the price to be a lot higher than it is now. So every single part of our business plan and our roadmap is how can we generate money that we can use for Buyback and Burn. And Wallet is really exciting. Somebody asked me earlier on, they said, oh, you were implying that maybe you wouldn't go ahead with Wallet. And I think there was a short period of time where we were looking at the roadmap. We agreed that the exchange was surplus to requirements, but the wallet needed to cover the gap in the market, and this has been the challenge. And again, it's similar with Crater. As we've seen technical developments in the industry over the last 6 months, it made Wallet very, very viable, and something that was able to not only solve industry problems, particularly centralization, which I feel is the biggest issue at the moment in DeFi for us. We are small to medium projects. Our little world. The other tokens similar to Evergrow, we're small to medium projects. The big projects are kind of covered by the centralized exchanges, whereas there are hundreds and hundreds of projects out there that need a better solution, that are neglected by the likes of Trust Wallet. As I said at the beginning, these issues with just getting you the right price for your token in your wallet, just getting your logo without having to spend thousands of dollars. These are basic things. There are hundreds of smaller projects out there with millions of holders, with billions of dollars of value, that are being neglected by the big players like Trust Wallet, obviously owned by Binance. And we're going to fill that gap. That's the idea behind the wallet, is to fill that gap, to provide a great service for users. We have a tagline, which I'm not going to reveal, but we don't expect you to have to scratch your head, let's say, when you open this wallet for the first time. We expect you to immediately know how to use it. Oh, we've got a question there.
I got a question already come up. Let's go since you raised your hand. Crypto Vault, go ahead.
Yeah, with the launch of the V2 Luna Sky, I know we had some real server issues when we launched the Luna Sky, which has caused some issues. I know I've got one that I'm still working on. But are we planning to, I assume it's a cloud device thing. Are we going to prepare a little bit better with some more front end things like load balancing and more web servers and stuff like that can handle this?
The honest truth is that V1 was badly built. That's why it was poorly optimized for data. It was actually the data that was the problem. So people could see the page load, but they couldn't see, the carousel and the content load. It's because the data was being handled very badly. And we've suffered as a result of that. We've paid an awful lot in server costs, et cetera, et cetera. We learned our lesson. It's a different dev team. It's going to be a different server setup. We were actually using AWS. It wasn't the servers that were the issue. AWS is expandable infinitely effectively.
Sure.
It was.
I'm
You probably
sure.
understand this more than me. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we know what went wrong in V1. It was development. It was rookie development issues, and we did not expect it from the company we hired. And that's in the past now. We learned our lesson. It was not a smooth launch. We are still suffering, and we know that users are still experiencing bugs because of that issue, because of those issues. And obviously, it's made us acutely aware that we cannot have the same problems when we go live with V2.
Yeah, so all those have been addressed, and they were one of the first things to be addressed, I'll tell you that. Brains Bros, go ahead.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Turn your music
Okay,
down.
hi. Oh, Jesse. Sorry.
Hey, Brain Bros, you got a lot of background noise there, my
There you
friend.
go. Yeah, it's good.
Hey, thanks. Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. I just wanted to say hey. Sorry, the cat just bit my hand. A lot of things going on over here. I went by formerly by Noise917, so I'm that same person, just different handle. And just wanted to say hey, what's up? How's everybody doing? Great listening in.
Hey.
That's all.
Well, thanks for coming up. Yeah, definitely. Noise. I know you by that profile. Always good. Thanks for coming up. Glad to know that you are Brain Bros now. And thanks for coming up, my friend.
Yeah, sweet. All right. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
man.
Okay, guys. So
we got one more.
We got one more.
Simran?
Let's get one more question.
Yeah. Simran? Are you there?
Hi guys, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just want to say a big thank you to Sam and all the team of Evergrow. You guys are doing an amazing job, and I would like to thank all of you.
Well, Simran, thank you so much for saying that. And it's a nice way to close it off. We promised we didn't set that one up. So listen, the community have been there for the toughest damn year in crypto. You guys, everybody listening in here, everybody who continues to be nice to us on socials and everything, please don't think for 1 minute that we don't appreciate. This year has been hell for everybody. Now, Evergrow, we've had our own problems internally. We have not helped the situation. We've had development issues. I've tweeted about this lots of times now. We've learned a lot of lessons. We've made mistakes. We've hired the wrong people on occasion. But I'm telling you now, this team is together. This team is solid. We have a great team running the project. We now have solid development companies. We're effectively, as you can probably tell, spreading the risk. By having independent companies building different utilities simultaneously, it helps us move forward. But please don't think for 1 minute that we aren't hugely grateful to how the community have responded during what has been, in just the toughest year ever. We know you guys. A lot of people are sat on losses. Remember, we're all holders as well. We're all going through it as well. But I guess, being on the team, we have to suck it up and get on with things. But don't think for 1 minute that we aren't all sat here as a team going, there are people sat on losses. We want to make sure that they're not sat on losses for, for much longer. We are working so hard to get you guys increased volume, to get good utilities that you can be proud of, because as holders of our token, you own a little part of everything we're building. So yeah, I mean, for me to wrap up from my side, I just want to say thank you, for everything this year, for us to hold this project together. And not only that, yeah, sure, the price is down, but we are really thriving now as a project. We're in the best position we've ever been at the end of the hardest possible year. And we would not be here if it wasn't for the support of the community. Don't think that when you put those messages on Twitter and in Discord that are positive and nice, that they don't energize us, because they really do. the support from the community is why we're here, why we're working. So I just want to sort of personally thank you all, every single person in the Evergrow family. Guys, Cody, if you want to sort of close off, you and Paul say something. That's me signing out for now. Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy Festive Season, Happy New Year, all these things. Whatever religion you follow or don't follow, I wish you like a lovely couple of weeks with your families and everything. And I guess I'll pass you over to Paul and Cody to close things off.
Yeah, no problem. Really the same sentiments, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for everything this past year. We are prepped and ready to go into 2023, and we're really grateful and excited to have you all with us. Have a great day, and we'll see you all very soon.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy your
Bye-bye.
holidays. Enjoy your holidays. And Nicola, from the whole team, thank you so much. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy the new year. And 2023 is going to be a great year. I can feel it. Okay, guys, we'll catch you in 2023. Have a good holidays.